Before we start, I would like you to hit that red subscribe button so that you never miss out on any of our videos. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Tech Digest. Number 1. Skyrim VR. Skyrim has roughly 10 different versions across different systems, and it's safe to say Skyrim VR is one of the game's most interesting and engaging versions. Skyrim VR is an official port developed by Bethesda, so this version of Skyrim allows you to step into the world with full motion controls right off the bat. You can swing weapons, shoot arrows, and cast magic, all while frantically dodging around your play space. This version gets even better when you consider mods. Skyrim VR has its own fork of the popular Script Extender and a handful of VR-specific mods that can enhance your experience even more. Even better, Skyrim VR can run a wide range of mods from the regular Skyrim version as well. You should check out all these massive Skyrim mods. Number 2. Fallout 4 VR. Another Bethesda-developed port, Fallout 4 VR is very much like Skyrim VR. It offers full motion control and room scale support, but this time arming you with guns to aim and grenades to throw. Unfortunately, the gun interaction in this port is rather basic. For an official title, all of your weapons are one-handed and there are no reloading mechanics. Again, much like Skyrim VR, Fallout 4 VR has a relatively active modding scene that can go a long way to fixing some of the issues of this port. Number 3. No Man's Sky VR. Surprising everyone with its redemption arc, No Man's Sky continues to impress with its VR mode. Unlike the previous entries on this list, this isn't an entirely new game. If you own a VR headset and No Man's Sky on Steam or GOG, you're good to go. This VR version of the game boasts decent visuals and on-foot gameplay, but there is really that shines in this vehicle gameplay. You can hop into your ship or land vehicle and physically interact with the controls, be it the steering wheel or throttle and stick combo. Not many VR games allow players to transition from on-foot to vehicle gameplay, and the No Man's Sky VR port handles it gracefully. This one can be a little rough on those with weak VR legs, but the views are worth it. And just like Skyrim VR and Fallout 4 VR, you can install mods to No Man's Sky to further enhance your VR experience. Number 4. Borderlands 2 VR. Borderlands 2 invites you to dive into the loot and shoot experience in VR, and it's a nice enough port. The visuals are breathtaking and it performs well. Unfortunately, it's missing a few things. Namely, it doesn't have multiplayer of any sort. Borderlands is renowned for its co-op experience, but you'll play the VR version alone. If you get past that, you'll find yourself having a great time mowing down hordes of enemies and using unique character abilities with small VR twists. This is another game that tends to be rough on the stomach, if not just due to its fast movement speed. The game does include a teleport, locomotion mode, and comfort options, which can definitely help ease you into playing it in VR. Number 5. Alien Isolation VR. Alien Isolation was originally going to launch with a VR mode in 2014, but it was scrapped. Enough code was left behind in the game's final version, meaning the Alien Isolation VR mod was quickly made. Now it's one of the most developed fan-made VR mods out there, with highly crisp visuals and low performance overhead. Because it was based on the original VR code the game launched with, and because not many VR headsets back then even had motion controls, this is unfortunately a purely seated experience. That means you can't use a game-changing omnidirectorial VR treadmill to play this title. You'll have to stick with your controller, which is considerably less immersive. However, the sport still holds up as one of the most visually compelling and terrifying experiences available for VR. And although you have to do the legwork of installing a user-made mod to the original game, its setup is streamlined, and the experience is absolutely worth it. Number 6. Resident Evil games in VR. Another fan-made mod, Rough Framework is an all-in-one VR mod for many Resident Evil titles. Resident Evil Remake 2 and 3, and even 7 and 8 have all been made into fully playable room-scale-enabled VR titles. That means you'll be aiming your own shots and swinging your own knife. Unfortunately, there is no reload interaction and the game has a high performance cost. Even when playing on a high and stable frame rate, the UI elements can be difficult on the eyes and motion sickness can be hard to avoid. Regardless, running through worlds that look this realistic in VR is an experience few other games can offer. Number 7. Half-Life 2 VR. The world of Half-Life brought thousands over to VR, but Half-Life Alex isn't the only way to see City 17 in full 3D. Half-Life 2 VR is a fan-made port of Half-Life 2, bringing the entire campaign over, with fully revamped weapon systems to boot. You'll be able to interact and reload with your weapons to about the same degree that you can in Half-Life Alex. On top of that, you have full stick-based locomotion, teleport, and a host of other comfort options. Due to your original game's age, this is a very easy port to run. It's not the prettiest VR game out there, but sometimes you can just beat classics. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss any of our videos in the future. Also watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you'll love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video.